Hey class, I am really quickly going to go over Essay One's prompt. I will be willing to answer any questions that you might have in class on Tuesday or Thursday, but I wanted to kind of give you a quick overview. So you'll find the instructions listed under week one, instructions for Essay One, which you can then click on. So, our rough draft will be due on Thursday, and our peer reviews of those two drafts will be due by the end of the day, Friday. I will go over how to complete the peer review in class and address any questions at that time. Your final draft is due by the end of the day, Sunday. I also recognize that Sunday is a holiday, so if you need an extension or if you feel stressed and overwhelmed since it is our first big assignment, please just communicate with me, okay? So our overview for this prompt is on brainology. That's kind of where it's starting, but it is still going to be a narrative essay. All right, so we're going to discuss brainology in class, right? The two different mindsets, fixed and growth mindset. And you're going to kind of address what you think your mindset is. So the question or the prompt that you're specifically addressing in your thesis is determine which mindset defines you most, a fixed or a growth. How has your mindset affected you up to this point? How will you address your mindset now that you're in college? And that's what you're answering in your thesis statement, okay? This essay will be 650 to 900 words. You will only need to reference brainology in your intro. Other than that, it is a narrative essay where you are focusing solely on you and your experiences, okay? So you're going to start with a hook, and then you're going to be sure to introduce the title of the article, Brainology, and the author by first and last name only the first time you introduce her. And you're going to briefly define what a fixed and a growth mindset are, right? Because you need to make sure your reader understands those mindsets. That's the only way you're using the article in your intro. After that, your thesis is about you, not the article. It's about you, right? So addressing your mindset. Your body paragraphs should consistently relate back to that thesis, but essentially you are going to be, thinking about your academic career up to this point, right? So address what what fears you might have had before college or entering college or during college. Address what strategies you'll implement in order to be successful and learn as you continue into your academic career. You might want to explain what resources are available on campus and what resources you'll take advantage of. How will you be successful? And make sure that all of it connects back to your thesis. Your conclusion essentially needs to rephrase the thesis, highlight key points, sum up why this is so important. Ultimately, you're always summing up why it's so important in your conclusion, okay? Don't bring in new information though. The requirements, you just need to have a creative title. Don't get too hung up on it, but don't write essay one. Do something different than essay one. Have a clear intro that includes the article, right? Remember, we want to introduce it by title and by author name. You can try integrating a quote if you'd like, but you're not required to at this point. And then you want to end on your thesis. Your thesis is going to need a claim and a rationale. A claim is your main idea. The rationale is the why, right? So what is your mindset? That's your claim. And then your rationale is the why, right? That explanation. Ensure your body paragraphs have strong topic sentences and that you provide clear personal examples to support the arguments you're creating, okay? Have a conclusion that rephrases the thesis and demonstrates why it's so important, right? Write in an appropriate college tone. While this is a narrative, so you can say I, me, and mine, you still are not allowed to say you because that's second person, and you want to still avoid slang or, very conversational language. That's kind of what colloquial would mean. So we don't want to say like in our paper or right? But we also don't want to say LOL. I know some of these feel very obvious, but there are also, we don't want wanna, gonna, coulda, shouldas. But there are a lot of other ways also that sometimes we can sound a little too informal. So just kind of think about that. Write with clarity and precision, right? It's not always about using bigger words. Sometimes it's just simply about using more precise language. Sometimes we want to just be a little more precise in our wording, okay? You want to adhere to MLA format. Our syllabus lists information on MLA format. We also have lots of MLA format tips and tricks throughout our Module 1 during week 1, so be sure to reference that. And then adhere to MLA format. And it is going to be 650 to 900 words. So you see that little typo I fixed there. And then attach a works cited. I'm not expecting your works cited to be perfect at this point. It's Essay 1, but do your best, okay? Use those MLA formatting resources to create a works cited, all right? And so be sure to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns sooner rather than later, since we only have a week to complete this assignment in totality. Because it is a summer course, we're moving fairly quickly. So don't question if you should ask me, right? Just reach out and ask, okay? And you can also reach out to Jackie as well. So I look forward to reading these papers and working with you and helping you.